Where's the doctor?
He's with her now. You want to wait a minute, Jay.
Don't worry, younger old boy. She'll be all right.
Your mother wants to talk to you, Jay.
Right outside, Jay.
Why, of course it is.
Does everything smell as pretty and fresh as it always does in the spring?
Sure. Everything's just like you love it. It's sort of waiting for you again.
Take it. Open it.
Who is it?
That's the way you looked the day I took you away from your father. I didn't want to tell you this before, Jay. Didn't want you to know until you had to.
Then my father?
I'm still waiting for you to come back. Promise me you'll go to him.
But, Mother,
I've suffered what I've done, son. Every year your father sends a letter to the post office. I've seen it year after year and had to fight myself not to claim it and read it. It always comes on the same day, your birthday, and is addressed to Jack King. Promise me you'll claim the letter and go back to him.
Why, of course I will, but...
Jay, that locket, it's the only thing I have to prove to him that you're his son. Pull up the shades for me, please. I want to see the sunlight once more.
Doctor. I'll have the last one ready for you in just a minute, Betty.
Do you think if I put a good luck charm in them this year that Jack might get one of them?
Well, he never has, but there's always the chance that some way, somehow, he may get one of them.
Uncle Jim, why are you so sure that Jack's still somewhere in the West?
Why, the West is in his blood, just like it's in mine and in his mother's. Why, he couldn't live any other place.
Shall I have these letters registered again this year?
Yes, sure. And don't forget that good luck charm you were talking about.
I won't.
You know, I believe a foster daughter is almost as good as a son any day.
Almost?
Well, perhaps I should have said better.
Not if you didn't mean it. Anything else you want at the store?
Come on in, Jeff.
Morning, Jane. Morning, Miss Betty.
Hello, Jeff.
Riding to town?
Perhaps.
Rustlers are pretty bad in parts right now. Reckon I'd better go along with you in case...
Dickie's going with me. He's all the protection I'll need.
Well...
The foreman of a ranch like the Triple X should be much too busy to waste time.
Uncle Jim! Uncle Jim!
Now, see here, young fella. You don't mean to tell me the Indians have been chasing you again?
No, sir! Take that this time. It's Tony. He's going to quit again.
I quit. I, Pietro Antonio Scalzettone, quit.
What's wrong now, Tony?
When I run this range, I am the top cowboy. All right. They push me in the chuck wagon. All right. They give me the apron to wear. All right. I don't say nothing, but now I quit.
But what's happened, Tony?
He telling me a story about somebody shooting a apple from somebody else's head. Now, he wants me to stand there and put an apple on my head while he shoots.
Who told you to do that?
I wouldn't have hit him, Uncle Jim. Honest, I wouldn't have. I can shoot as straight with my slingshot as you can with your six-shooter.
3 times have I told you to let Tony alone.
I know, sis, but I wouldn't have hit him honest.
I quit. This time I quit for sure.
Now, Tony, look.
I no cook no more. I go someplace where I can ride horses.
Tony, anybody can ride, but not many people can cook. Why, a cook's the most important person on a ranch, the top hand of all. What do you think, Uncle Jim?
Well, he sure is an important man around here. Why, Tony, if you quit, I'm afraid we'd have to close up the ranch.
Well, for you, Mr. King, I cook, but no apples on my head.
Dickie,
If we're going to ride to town, we better get to going. Let's do something.
She's one of the smartest women I ever knew, Jeff.
Yes, I reckon she is.
Anything I can do for you?
A couple of yearlings I'd like to have you look over.
All right, let's go.
Morning, Ben.
Well, if it ain't Jay Price in the flesh.
In the flesh, all right, but the name ain't Price.
Now, Jay, you ain't going to tell me you're Daniel Boone who's got to stay dead.
Nope, and the name ain't Price anymore either. It's King.
Sure. Maybe my name's Daniel Boone, then.
Is there a letter here for Jack King?
Sure, there's a letter here for Jack King. Comes registered every year like one does to every town in this part of Texas.
It's mine, Ben. I want it.
Sheriff, come over here. You've got something to settle.
Glad you happened to drop in right now, Sheriff.
What's the trouble?
Jay's been trying to tell me that his name ain't Price.
What's on your mind, son?
My right name's King, Sheriff. My mother told me so before she died.
And he wants one of those letters registered to Jack King.
You say your mother told you your name was King? I've known you for over 20 years as J. Price.
It's the only name I ever knew, too, until not long ago. Do I get the letter?
Well, you got any proof that your name is King?
Only my word for it.
I know, but those letters comes registered for King. Ben here couldn't give you one of those without proof.
Then I don't get it?
What's the matter here, Price? Something valuable in that letter? You'll have to get us proof.
Here's all the proof I need. Give me that letter.
Now, wait a minute.
Get me that letter.
A mail robbery's a pretty serious offense. You better think it over, son.
I'll worry about that later.
I'll get you for a stunt like this, Price.
Then you'll have to ride some, Sheriff. Go get some wood. Go on. Go get some wood.
Hello, Joe.
Good morning, Jeff. You are on time, eh?
Any reason why I shouldn't be on time?
Oh, I do not know. Why you want to see me?
What is it, Andrew? What's the matter, boy?
There's a meeting of the vigilantes at the Triple X Ranch this afternoon. You've got your orders. I want 100 head of cattle out of the Bar L herd.
All right. And you will be?
At the meeting. It'll be to our advantage to learn how they plan to trap the hawk.
The hawk, eh? And all the time you make them think you're a very great man.
Most of the cowhands will be at the meeting. You shouldn't have any trouble at all.
Maybe not. I steal just as you wish.
The hawk, eh? Looks like we're going to have some fun at my father's ranch, old-timer.
All of you know what we're up against. The hawk has been rustling our cattle so successfully that none of us are safe. Now, there's just one answer to that. We've got to put a stop to it.
Sure we do.
That's why I've called you here today to organize the vigilantes. We've got to get the hawk.
We're with you, Jim. What do you want us to do?
Well, I want you to elect a chief, first off. Then we'll determine what we can do. Now, you all know Jeff. How about electing him chief of the vigilantes?
How about electing yourself, Jim?
Oh, I'm too old. We want a younger man. Now, are you all agreed on Jeff Murdoch? Looks as though you're elected, Jeff.
Thanks, boys, thanks. I hereby pledge myself to do everything I can to help capture the hawk.
That's
Tony, how would you like to be a vigilante and help capture the hawk?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, Uncle Jim's getting together a gang to go after him.
That's very good. He's a very bad man.
Well, I thought maybe you could help him. You want to be a cowboy and ride a horse, so I thought maybe you was a hero and...
You think that I could catch him? I show you. I show everybody.
Ah, boy, Tony!
All right. Good luck.
Uncle Jim, Tony wants to join the vigilantes.
What's that?
I want to help to catch this hawk. I want to join this, what do you
Well,
call
you'll
it?
have to talk to Jeff there. He's just been elected chief of the vigilantes.
You'll have to show us how good you can ride, Tony.
I show you all.
Fine, I'll have a horse saddle for you right away. Boy, saddle a horse for Tony. Now, Tony, if you can ride good enough, you can come right along with us.
Just a minute. I'll go and get ready, huh?
Hurry up.
Jeff, what are you going to do?
Saddle Wildfire for
You
him.
can't do that.
I guess it won't hurt
Jeff,
anything.
don't! Uncle Jim, Jeff's going to saddle Wildfire for Tony. He might be killed.
No, he may get a hard bump, but maybe that'll cure him of one to ride.
I don't think that's fair.
Oh, he'll be all right.
Well, looks like we're home, partner.
You want to ride, Tony?
Hey, what's the matter with that horse? He seems a little bit nervous. Huh?
He's all right. You just stick to him.
Maybe you have a little more sleepy horse for me to ride, eh?
Oh, fight, Tony! Run, Tony!
I ride him. I ride anything.
You better climb up on the fence so you can get into the saddle.
Come on. Stay a long time, Tony. Hey, way out there. He's headed for the Come on. Hey.
Dickie! Dickie, are you hurt? No!
I never saw such fast action in my life. Who is he?
I don't know, but he's hurt. Get some water.
Yes, ma'am.
Where'd this cowboy come from?
What difference does that make?
Gee, he was wrong, wasn't he? Guess he kind of saved my life.
The kid.
I'm all right.
That's the first time in my life I ever woke up so comfortable.
You're all right when you can talk like that.
Gee, we all forgot about Tony. Thanks, mister. Guess you kind of saved my life.
My name's King. I want to thank you.
Glad to meet you, sir, Mr. King. My name's Price. I just rode in from Texas.
We'll come up to the house. I want to look at that arm.
Oh, there's nothing much the matter with it.
Oh, well, we'll look it over anyhow.
Where's Tony?
Here he comes now.
All right, yes, you see.
Say, look, Tony. Maybe I could put some glue in the sand and stick on there.
What a beauty. Is he yours?
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Come here, boy.
His name's Zandra, but he never goes to strangers.
Come on, Sandra.
At least he never went to strangers.
Oh, but we're not strangers, are we, Sandra?
Mr. King, Mr. King.
What is it?
The hawk, he just cut out 100 head of Bar Old Cattle Hill.
Well, Zandra, looks like our...
Thank you, Jeff. Will you take him around to the corral for me?
Reckon I will, but,
Was there something you wanted to say to me?
what's this Texas cowhand hanging around here for?
You mean Jay?
You know him. He's been around here doing nothing for over a week.
I wasn't aware that it was any of your business what Mr. Price does.
Suppose I make it.
Glad to know the interest you're taking in the ranch.
Reckon he might. Strangers in this part of the country ain't exactly welcome right now.
Shall we tell him?
Oh, I didn't mean any harm, Miss Betty. Only I was thinking,
Yes.
well, maybe someday you and me might sort of...
We've been over all that before, Jeff. My answer is still the same.
Oh, it's you. I've been wanting to talk to you. Aiming to be moving along soon, Texas?
I don't know why.
Maybe you better start thinking about it.
As a matter of fact, I was thinking of staying here just as long as Mr. King will let me.
You heard me say something about moving along.
When you go out, Murdoch, and close the door behind you. You better go on out and play, Dickie. Try to keep out of trouble.
How's the invalid?
Oh, feeling pretty good this morning, Miss Thomas.
That's fine, Mr. Price. I thought we agreed to drop them in.
Well, maybe we'd better start all over again.
How's the invalid?
Feeling pretty good this morning, Betty.
That's better.
Well, say it.
Say what?
Jay.
Jay?
How was the ride?
Oh, glorious. How can people live in the city when they might have the open plains and the mountains?
You love the West, don't you?
It's the only home I've ever known. Why shouldn't I?
You know, you talk like my mother. She loved it too, like that.
Tell me about her. What was she like?
Oh, someday I'll tell you about her. I'm afraid I'll have to be moving along.
Moving along?
Why, of course. I can't stay here.
Why not? Uncle Jim will be needing new hands when we drive to the market.
You reckon he might hire me? Why, I'd kind of hate to leave here.
What?
Well, Betty, ever since I first opened my eyes and I saw you bending over me...
Your arm. I haven't asked you a thing about it.
Yeah. I reckon I better wait till I can use it before I go on with what I was trying to say.
Hey! You big sissy!
What have I done to deserve that?
You've been telling me about all the fights you had with the Indians. And here I find you hanging around a girl all the time.
But there aren't any Indians around right now, Dickie. Mr. Price can't be fighting them all the time.
No, but there's the hawk. You can't tell when he'll be popping up.
Xander's talking to you, Dickie.
What's he saying?
He wants you to run and play with him.
Oh, go on. I can make up a better story than that. Okay. Come on, Xander.
Why don't you go down and see Uncle Jim about that job?
I will.
Oh, son, how's the arm?
Oh, good as it ever was. Looking over some of the stock?
Oh, just kind of marking time till the drive starts.
I've been thinking, need a good cowhand for the drive?
Well, I don't know. You thinking of signing on?
You'll have me?
Sure thing. You know, I was thinking about that myself.
That's fine.
You know, I have a son somewhere just about your age.
Where is he?
I don't know. I'm hoping he'd come home sometime. But he hasn't showed up yet.
No?
Well, you report to Murdoch in the morning. You don't need to go into work until you have to.
Hey, Jay! Look what I got!
How'd you get him?
With a slingshot?
Ah, go on. You couldn't hit a barn with that thing.
Is that so? Well, I can hit anything with it that you can with your gun.
Partner, in my country, them's fighting words.
Is that so? Well, you ain't in your country. This is Nevada, and I'm the best shot in the state.
You'll have to prove that.
All right, I will. You wait here. I gotta get some.
Well, what happened to you, Tony?
Someday I'll ride that wild horse, and when I do, I'm going to break his neck.
You better stay away from him. Ah, kiss me.
I got the target.
What is it? What are you going to do with it?
Wait. You shoot first. Shoot from the hip when I count 3.
Let's go.
Get ready. You better be good, partner. 1, 2, 3.
Well, how's that?
Rotten. You ought to shoot better than that in Texas.
Let's see what you can do.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Okay, count.
1, 2, 3.
If you ever want some lessons, come on, send us sometime.
Happy?
Why shouldn't I be?
Oh, I don't know. I thought maybe you might have someone back in Texas you might like to see.
No. My mother was the only one I ever had back there, and she's dead.
I'm sorry, dear.
You know, you're a lot like her.
Am I? How?
Oh, I don't know. Sort of something in your voice and Is it...
See that clump of trees over there? Race you.
Did you get lost?
You're too fast for me. It's fine, isn't it?
Are you glad you signed up with Uncle Jim?
It means a whole lot for him to sell his cattle this year, doesn't it?
More than ever before. The drought's killed most of them, and, well, he needs the money or give up the AAA.
Is it as bad as that? Betty, will you promise me something?
Anything in the world, Jay.
Will you have confidence in me, no matter what happens?
Whatever made you say that? Why shouldn't I? Of course. Did you think you had to ask me to have confidence in you?
Betty,
Don't say it, Jay, please. What girl likes to hear a man say he loves her without holding her in his arms?
Isn't there any place in Nevada we can get rid of you?
Nice riding, boy. We'll make a cowhand out of you yet.
Yeah?
Boys in yet?
Oh, more, Mr. King.
Jay back?
Well, I ain't seen him.
Okay.
You'll always find something to keep busy about. Well, look after him, Smokey.
Yes, sir.
Hey! Oh, see it! See it!
Hey, what are you up to now, young fella?
Nothing. Say, Tony, have you seen Sis?
Sure, down at the stable.
Thanks.
He wasn't lame on me a while ago.
Looks like there's a stone right there, Miss Betty.
Hey, Betty!
Why, Dickie, you back from town so soon?
Yeah, I got some things to tell you.
All right, I'll be through here in a minute.
No, you don't understand. It's about Jay.
What is it?
Can't tell you here. It's private.
Take care of him for me.
Yes, Miss
Come on. Why all this mystery?
Here, read this.
Where did you get this?
Post office.
Did Uncle Jim see it?
No, I sneaked it down before he could see it. Oh, gee, Sis. Does that mean that Jay's a mail robber?
It can't be. Jay isn't a thief.
Well, what are we going to do?
I'm going to find Jay and ask him what it means.
Say, wait, can I go with you?
Oh, Dickie, I want to go alone.
You like Jay an awful lot, don't you?
Yes, Dickie, an awful lot.
Why, Betty,
Jay, something's happened. I must talk to you.
what's the matter?
Were you ever in any trouble before you came here?
Trouble? What sort of trouble? Well,
Jay, is this true?
where did you get it?
Dickie took it from the post office in town.
Does anyone else know of this besides you and Dickie?
No. Oh, Jay, what does it mean?
Betty, you remember I asked you this afternoon to have faith in me?
Yes, but...
Do you still have that faith in me?
Oh, if you could only tell me what it means. Jay, are you guilty of mail robbery?
I took a letter, if that means I'm guilty.
Why did you take it?
Because it belonged to me. I can't prove that it was mine. Oh, Betty, you've got to believe in me.
Jay, I do.
I can prove everything later.
You've got to get out of here. Someone might recognize you.
I'll take that chance.
but you will be careful.
Don't you worry. Everything will be all right.
Oh, geez, Andrew. I don't want Jay to be a mail robber.
Come in. Right in, son.
Certainly, Mr. King.
I hear you had to give Dickie a lift back to the ranch this afternoon.
Yeah, I've told the kid not to leave his pony standing with the bridle up.
Oh, give him time. He'll be all right.
Sure.
Now, both of you know how much depends on getting my cattle to the station on time. Every dollar I have is tied up in those cattle. And either I get them to the market or I'm going to lose the ranch.
They'll get there.
I hope so. Well, that's all, boys. I guess I'll turn in. We got to get started before daylight. An old man needs all the rest he can get.
Good night, sir.
Good night, son. Good night, Jeff.
Good night.
Working one day one morning, met a cowpuncher riding along. His hat was back and his spurs were jingling as he rode, he was singing his song. From the tie-I-O, get along without you. Your misfortune and none of my own. From the tie-I-O, get along without you. For I own and will be on your own.
Come on, boys. Give me something hot.
That away, Dickie. That away.
Well, how about a little game, boys? Sounds good to me. Let's go. We're up against some good ones this time. You're gonna need him after the tournament you took last month. Well, I figured. Yeah, he's cut in. Big mouth, boy. Don't call it tough to get him this time. Talking really, aren't you? Don't sound like that. Don't count the chicken before the hand. Sure does.
men always ready.
Good. King starts the herd in the morning before daybreak.
And you?
I ride with them.
So, the hawk will finally be on the scene of one of his rustlings, eh?
Yeah. By 9 o'clock, we should have entered the divide. You have your men hiding in the canyon. The rest should be easy.
But what about the vigilantes?
We'll take care of them.
Good.
Quick, Bart! Inside.
Sort of expected you to come along, Texas.
Sorry I couldn't have disappointed you,
Why did you follow me out here?
because I knew the hawk needed a little watching.
What do you know about the hawk?
Enough to keep you from trying to rustle a triple X herd in the morning.
Oh, so that's it, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
Tie 'em up.
You can't get by with this, Murdoch.
Get out of here, I'll kill him!
I steal cattle for you. I do what you tell me. But there are some things a man does not do.
Ever seen that before?
That's mine. Why did you get it?
Sure it's yours. You think you're going to have a chance to prove that you're King's son. Well, you can't do it without this.
Well,
King will never see this locket. Come on. Watch it till I get back.
Debbie! 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 Gosh.
Tony,
Yes?
did Dickie sleep in the bunkhouse last night?
Why, no.
Tony, he didn't sleep here either.
Maybe he's gone.
Gone? Are you joking?
I don't make jokes this way, Miss Davis.
Don't say anything about this to Mr. King. I'm going to find the boys. Smokey, have you seen Dickie around?
No, Miss Betty, not since last night.
Do you know where he went?
Last I saw him, he left for that Texas cowboy.
J. Price? Where's he?
Well, he didn't come back last night either. There's Dickie's pony now.
Something's happened to him.
Gee, Brenda, I'm sure glad you're here. Come in, Brenda!
Leave him up here, kill me!
Get hold of it, Tanner. No, no. Watch it. Come on, Mickey. Everything ready?
Yeah.
And get the herd started. We join the vigilantes at the divide. We've got it done before they get there.
Well, boys, you're just in time. Jeff's got the cattle all rounded up, ready for the drive.
Jim, there's something I think you ought to know.
What is it?
This is Sheriff Farm of Texas.
All right, anything I can do for you?
Is this Jim King of the Triple X?
That's me.
You've got a cowhand working for you by the name of Price?
Yeah.
Take a look at that.
He was here, Sheriff, but he's gone now.
What do you mean, gone? Where's he heading?
I don't know. He just up and disappeared sometime last night.
There must be some mistake.
No mistake, young lady. He's wanted for mail robbery.
Well, I'm afraid we can't help you any, Sheriff. The boy's gone. Well, Jim, the boys got the herd started. Reckon I'll see you at the divide. Good luck, Jeff. Nothing's going to happen unless the hawk shows up and starts trouble. Let's go. We're in for a cup of coffee.
I think we will. Come on, boys.
Who's that?
It's Jake.
Oh, don't be hasty, Sheriff.
Don't.
Quick, sis. You've got to help Jay.
What is it? Tell me.
Jay's got one of the rustlers tied up in the cabin in Lost Creek. Jeff tied Jay there, but Xander and I got him loose.
I'm going to the cabin.
Joe has his men ready as soon as we enter the broken back divide. Another 10 minutes and we'll be there.
The hawk is ready to strike again.
I don't like the way we gotta work. The vigilantes is gonna be riding with the herd.
Well, we work quick, that is all. Come, we go.
Come on!
To the herd.
Reckon I get you this time, Texas. A mail robbery ain't so easy to wiggle out of. Here he is, boys.
If you want those rustlers, you better go on after them.
That's right, Sheriff.
Go get them, boys. The vigilantes. There are too many for us. Come.
Well, I reckon you've given me a pretty good chase, son, but I've caught up with you.
Are you guilty of this charge, Jay?
Well, I took a letter, but it belonged to me.
What kind of a letter?
The letter you wrote your son in Texas.
You say that was your letter? Who are you?
Your son.
I've known this boy for a number of years as Jay Price. Is this your son?
My son. Why didn't you tell me?
Because I lost the proof. And then I learned about the hawk.
What do you know about the hawk?
Enough to hang you.
That's funny. Maybe you're going to try to frame me as being the hawk.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
That's a pretty thin story, Price. Come on, we're going back to Texas.
Wait just a minute. Haven't you any proof that you're my son?
Sure. Jeff Murdoch has the proof in his vest pocket.
That's good. What would I want of your proof?
What sort of proof is it?
A locket that I lost when I saved Dickie from wildfire. It was given to me by my mother.
Texas, you're crazy. Come along, Peaceful Tex. I don't want any more trouble with you. Look.
If you want the hawk, there he is. And if you need proof, he can give it to you.
Here's your proof.
My boy. I don't believe that mail robbery charge will hold water, Sheriff. This is my son.
I guess I made a mistake after all. Well, I'll be heading back to town. I'll take the hawk with me.
Oh, Jay.
Steady, Betty. Steady.
Look, I ride him. Hey!
Good boy, Tony.